Yeah.
Um,
So based on all that we said, right? So what is your new outlook? I think we talked a lot about how we felt about goals in the past.
mhm.
So if you had to be or you had to think about what your new outlook is, like how would you summarize that?
My new outlook, I think it is certainly to have goals, right? Like I'm not going to leave them. I don't put a time constraint on it, right? So I'm over the 30 before 30. I'm over the 40 before 40. And I'm just realizing now is sort of what are some things that are desires that are in your heart? And for me, I always believe like, what are some things that God has put in your mind, in your heart that you want to do?
Yeah,
Um, and going after them. I do think you need to write them down.
definitely.
I don't think it's just something that you think about and manifest. I think you need to see it. Um, but I also don't think you like need to keep going back to them, right? Like if I write down a goal and it doesn't have to be in January, right? It's not a resolution. I don't have to revisit it every year
Hmm.
because it's already sort of like in my mind that this is what I want to do or what I'm trying to be working towards.
Yeah. For me, again, I'm not basing any goals on careers
Mm.
because that's not even the avenue that I'm trying to go anymore. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't really want to work in anybody's job anymore, so that's really not my focus. The new focus is on money, and my overall goal is to live a more peaceful life,
Yeah.
and it takes money to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure out how to um, make enough money right now to have a enough in investments to feel comfortable to step back, to not work so much, and even to get to a point where maybe I'm only just making enough money to cover like my bills and my immediate expenses. And then or hopefully, you know, or let's just say um be able to have a business that covers all of my expenses, and then I don't have to report to anybody's job, right? So
Yeah.
those are now my two main goals: having enough in investments, whereas I could step back a little bit, ease, calm down, and just not work so much and just earn enough money for now or for my bills, or have a business that covers all of those expenses.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, especially to say like there have been some goals that you know you've worked hard for and are now at the point in a place where you're like, I can dial this back. And dialing it back is going to give me more peace, right?
Yeah,
I want to
a
be
whole
able to
different
cover
piece.
what I have, but dialing it back. Yeah, I think I had at one point like the next goal is going to be the position, but it really wasn't about the position as much as I know that this next goal was going to be about the money.
Yeah.
So
I think it's more so
I'm
about the
still
money.
looking for, I need more money. Now I need more than 100,000 because we realized that wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Not today when
Yeah.
eggs are ridiculous. Um,
I don't need to buy eggs no more, but that's another story. So
Listen, I cut it out. I realized I can live without it.
we don't need
We don't need it.
eggs. We don't
Look,
even eat eggs no more. Nobody even
look,
thinks about them anymore.
Look, I'm trying to cut out dairy too. So if you want to go
Me
with milk,
too.
go ahead up. Go ahead up
Me
on milk
too.
because I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. No cheese. But yeah, I guess I still have goals. One of the things that my goals, and I will say this year, my goals have been more like one of my things is like gratitude. How can I have or express gratitude not only like outwardly thanking God for the things that I'm thankful for, but how
Mhm.
can I show appreciation to the people in my life?
Yeah.
Um, so, and probably admittedly so, I maybe a little bit more selfish than I want to admit.
Okay.
So where that's not a goal for other people, it has to be a goal for me. That's something that I need to put out there to be sure that it's people in my life who I'm giving to. And I think we tend as a society to be like, oh yeah, I give to this charity, or oh yeah, I give back by my profession. But it's like, how are you giving back to the people in your life who done took care
Right.
of you
That's
all
true.
of this time?
That's true.
So I'm just trying to be a lot more intentional about that. So that is one of my goals, like outside of money, outside of the degree, because I am in school right now. And one of my goals was to go back to get my doctorate and not have to pay for it. So I was able to accomplish that too. Took me a lot longer than I thought. Like time frame, all blown. So that's why I've given up on all time frames. But um, I really do think just thinking about personal goals is also important in your life too.
Hmm.
So I'm team goals. You team goals, team no goals.
I think we just have to set the right ones for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah.
am team goals, but yeah, it just has to be. I guess the goal has to match where you are in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I'm just trying to be peaceful, like live in a peaceful state. And so my goals are surrounding money, so that because I feel like the money will bring me peace.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for tuning into this conversation of goals and no goals. You decide for yourself where you want to be, whether your team goals or team no goals. And we will see you on our next episode.